Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Terry and you're watching the AXO. So this keyboard is built for a special friend of mine who has always wanted a mechanical keyboard but never put the budget into it. So that is where I ended up on Taobao, and that's kind of where I usually get most of my parts from. But she also didn't want something that's like super expensive, so I decided it would be a good idea to just build a budget board. On Taobao, basically all I bought is just two items. Now first, she's all about pink. So we got pink keycap set. So these are shine through PVT keycaps that has a OEM profile, and yeah, that's basically it. This costs about 30 ringgit, and it came with like free keycap puller and a brush. So this is the keycap. And for the board itself, we have the X61. This has no brand. I think it's fully OEM, but the board is a board. So let's see what's inside. So first, we get 3 extra switches, a USB Type-C cable, USB Type-A to C, and of course the board itself, and a manual. Unwrapping all this, taking it out. I went for the white because I thought the white would look nicer with the pink, and this is the X61. You can already hear the steps shaking and rattling a bit, but we'll see what happens after we put on the keycaps. Now this has a detachable USB Type-C port here, and basically nothing else. So as you may have noticed, the keyboard already has switches installed. This is a hot swappable keyboard, meaning that the switches can easily be removed, and the switches that are on here is actually the Otemu red switches. So yeah, you can hear like they're a little bit hollow, but let's go ahead and assemble them. There we have it, the X61 keyboard. This isn't a full-on like tutorial or guide or anything. This is just assembling the cheapest mechanical keyboard we can find on Taobao. And to be honest, the quality is alright. It's quite hefty. I think this is about 300 grams. Yeah. So there's the Type-C port as mentioned before. They also gave the Type-C cable over here. This keyboard is about 60 ringgit, and with the keycaps being about 30 ringgit, this is less than 100 ringgit, but that doesn't include the shipping costs to ship it from China to Malaysia. So I would say the shipping cost is about 10 to 20 ringgit maximum. So that's still somewhere near the 100 ringgit budget. So to top off the entire package, we also got a pink mousepad to go with the keyboard. Not bad, right? I think it fits the whole theme, the pink galaxy kind of feel with the pink keycaps. They all go pretty well together. So for a 60% mechanical keyboard, 100 ringgit I think is actually really good for the value and the board that you're getting. Portable, you can bring it with you anywhere. And also the keyboard is hot swappable, so you can always switch them out with any switches that has a 3-pin socket. Any switches with 5 pins will not be compatible, but you can always clip it to fit into this board, but then I wouldn't recommend it. Okay, so the benefit of a keyboard like this is very, very affordable. I don't say cheap, I would say it's affordable. So less than 100 bucks or around the 100 bucks range, you can get a keyboard like this, a 60% keyboard. Now let's talk about the cons. For a keyboard to be this affordable, this thing doesn't have RGB. Now that may not be something that everyone is looking for, but it still does have white backlighting just in case you will need to work in the dark or during the night time and you need some illumination on your keys, then this keyboard does have it. So there's white backlighting. Another cons to this keyboard is that the typing angle is fixed. So the rubber padding on the bottom here, it's pretty much flat, and the only angle you get is from the keycap profile and the board itself. So this is a 60% keyboard, but from the same seller, you can actually buy a 80% TKL board for just an extra like 10 bucks. So that's also pretty good value. But since my friend wanted a more compact build, so we went with a 60% instead.